Troubled times, troubled times. Welcome, gentlemen, to the 5th episode of the David Drone Red Pill Nation show. For this episode, I want to focus in on words, the power of words. And let me tell you something, gentlemen, what you say, it does matter. Also, how you say it matters. But I want to outline 4 different words you should never say to a woman. And you should never say it to a woman you're interested in sexually. But I'm going to take it a step further and say you should just never say these words to women in general. That way you're conditioned to never say these words to a woman. So, let's go ahead and get started. Sexual dynamics between men and women are all about power. There's just no getting around it, gentlemen. It's always about who has the most power. The word like is probably the most dangerous word to ever use around a woman because it seems so harmless and it's just so easy to say. I find myself always wanting to tell a woman I like her in the beginnings of a relationship, and usually when some sort of physical intimacy starts escalating, it's like a sneeze. It just comes out of me. I like you, you know? And it's not really even trying to get validation. It's just a knee-jerk reaction. Like, I like you. This is cool. Unfortunately, saying you like a girl gives her all the power, and she knows it. And as soon as she hears it from you, the last thing you will ever hear from her back is, I like you. I want you to close your eyes for a second and think about a woman. Think about a woman you've been with. Think about a woman you've been in a long-term relationship with. Think about a woman you've just slept with. Think about a woman you've been dating, maybe a woman you're dating right now. Think about what she's done for you. Other than sleeping with you or making out with you, what has she done for you that has warranted you to say to her, thanks, or thank you? Well, I'll tell you the answer. The answer is nothing. And I'll give you an example. I mean, I dated a woman for 4 years, 4 long years. And in that entire time we were together, she gave me one thing, like a $5 book from Barnes & Noble for my birthday. I mean, women just do not naturally give anything to men. So never say thanks. And really start looking around, becoming more aware of what women do for you, and you'll see that not saying thanks is the easiest thing you can ever do to a woman. The word welcome is probably the least harmful of the 4 words, but it is important to never say it. There's just never a reason to say you're welcome. It comes off sounding polite. There's never a reason to say it. The other thing is, as a man, it's real easy to get caught up in this white knight syndrome, where you kind of want to save women and you want to do things for women. I mean, it makes us feel good, and it can get real easy to just say you're welcome to everything. So, like the other words on this list, just never say it. Don't say it to women you're sleeping with, and don't say it to women you're not sleeping with. Just don't say it. All you need is love. That was the famous song by the Beatles. What I think is kind of funny is in today's world and being a red pill man, obviously love, it just isn't real. It's chemicals. It's chemicals in your body. But for some reason, the Beatles' music still stands the test of time, and it blows me away. I listen to the Beatles, and they still just sound refreshing and just great, even though everything they're singing about is just gross blue pill stuff. So, rounding out the top 4 is the word love. And gentlemen, you could probably guess this word would be on the list. The reason I put love separate from like is they are both very different words. And I think it's easy to say the word like because it's not love. However, they're both just as toxic. And when you get to a point where you say the word love to a woman, she's finally won. She's completely defeated you, and there's nowhere else to go. So never, ever say to a woman, I love you. And that concludes this episode. If you like the content, please subscribe. If you like the video, please leave a like, and there's more to come.